It's time to call these boys' moms live on stage.
Hello. That's a nice welcome.
Do you have a childhood story that you can share?
In elementary school, he was a favorite of all the girls. He was smart and nice and funny and athletic, and he wasn't running around pulling wings off flies and things like that. He was a good guy. But he had this one little girl that he especially liked, and he liked rock collecting as well. And when he heard there was an old tourmaline mine where you could go and find pieces of tourmaline, he asked if we could go there. So we went one weekend. We spent hours sifting through dirt and stuff to find a couple of good pieces. And on the way home, he asked me if we could take them to a friend of our sister who was a jeweler so he could design some special earrings with those tourmaline pieces for this little girl.
Wait, how old was he?
He was 10 at the most.
I was a little concerned because at first this story took a twist where you were like sending your boy into the mines. You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
I was concerned. He made her jewelry.
And gave them to her, and she was a 10-year-old girl. She was not as excited as he had hoped she would be.
Oh, what a bitch.
But I know. But he always thinks ahead like that to make things special and what people like. So he's a good guy, a really special guy.
Well, you know what? That was perfect. So we're going to let you go. But thank you so much, Melanie.
Oh, my pleasure, and be nice to him.
Good night.
Good night.
So, Tien, your mother could not speak to us. She's in a time zone, I think, that is not amenable. So, we're calling your sister. And we're going to see if your sister has the dirt. I like that at this venue, it's like the moms are the voice of God, Like they come down from the heavens. I'm into it.
Hi, Allie.
How do you feel about me whoring out your brother?
I love it. I'm very excited to embarrass him in front of a bunch of strangers, too.
Oh, great. So what do you got? Do you have a childhood story? How did you used to torment him? Did you play pranks on each other? What's the deal?
So my brother was born in America, but my parents and I are refugees from Vietnam. So growing up for most of my childhood, we were really poor and I didn't really have any toys. But being the sweetheart that he was, my brother was very willing to be my toy doll. He let me dress him up in dresses, put hair clips on his curly hair. We may have borrowed my mom's lipstick and heels too. I don't know if there's a connection, but this may explain why he loved watching Sex and the City so much as an adult.
I think we might have missed some of your story because your brother hid. Yeah, he hid. Do you have anything to tell us about your relationship as adults?
13 years ago, I had a miscarriage. And when Tien found out, he immediately got into his car, drove 8 hours all the way up to the Bay Area from San Diego. He brought over food, which is how Asians say, I love you and I'm here for you. We just watched TV together. We probably watched Sex and the City reruns. But that memory will always be etched in my mind.
I think you made him both hide and cry in the span of 2 minutes. So thank you so much for that roller coaster and good night.
Thank you. Good luck. Joyce, he's the best.
All right, now listen, usually it's the round where I call the moms, but every now and then it just can't happen, so we are calling a brother now. Matt is up. We're calling his brother Joe.
Hello.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Allie. How's it going?
Do you have a story of shenanigans?
Nobody gets into more shenanigans than Matt Wheeler. Matt is a big rower. He was a gold medalist with the American team. Matt had a race in Amsterdam, so I thought, great, I'm going to go see my brother's race. The night before the race, fly in, and we go out to dinner, and I'm assuming this is going to be like a calm, casual dinner because he has a race the next day. And it was definitely not calm or casual at all. We were in a club, and there's like smoke machines and bright lights. And at one point, I look around, and I realize I have no idea where Matt is. So I leave the club, and as I'm leaving, I notice him, and he's got 2 young ladies kind of wrapped arm in arm with him as he's leaving. We go to one of their apartments. They have a roommate, and at one point he goes into his room, comes back out, and he's wearing this metal chainmail top and no pants. Just nothing.
Instead of shirt cocking, he's like chainmail cocking?
He's chainmail cocking like at eye level, yes.
Okay, at eye level, great.
So Matt and I look at each other. He looks at his watch and he's like, oh my God, the race is starting in like 20 minutes. Barely makes it to the start line. And then they go out and compete.
How'd he do?
I'm pretty sure they did terribly, actually.
Matt, you get to say something on the way out.
The one thing that's important to note is that was like an alumni celebratory race. It wasn't like an important national team race or something. And my brother totally stewarded me. It was like, yeah, a little bit of it was embellished, but love you all. Thanks for coming.